Do you want to take on the next big role at work, but you're struggling to find the way to demonstrate influence and your capability as a leader? I got you. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 tips to help you start acting like a leader right now. Hey there, I'm Lindsay, a consultant who has worked at companies like Disney and Nike, and this is Corporate from My Couch, where I share leadership best practices and insights to help you show up with strength and confidence in the workplace. The best leaders are those that understand what it means to serve and care for others. I'm curious, what qualities do your favorite leaders possess? Share with me in the comments below. Leadership is the act of leading or influencing a group of people or an organization. And before you can lead others, you have to be able to lead yourself. Whether it's about you or about leading others, psychology will help you unpack these things. And that leads us to our first tip. Number 1, study psychology. Studying psychology helps you not only understand your own behavior and motivations, but the behaviors and motivations of others. When you understand the intricacies of human behavior, you can more effectively manage and motivate a team, build relationships, and create a positive work environment. Studying psychology will also help you develop stronger communication skills, resolve conflict, and inspire others to reach their full potential. One of the key aspects to leadership is being able to manage different people. Having a deeper understanding of psychology will equip you with the tools you need to manage different personalities and working styles. And as I said before you can manage others, you must first be able to manage yourself. Building self-awareness is key, and psychology can help it. It starts with self-reflection and unpacking your emotions, thoughts, patterns, and behaviors. Another way you can do this is by developing empathy through active listening and finding opportunities to put yourself in other people's shoes. Developing these skills will help you better equip as a leader to inspire and support the team to achieve success. Tip 2, master your public speaking and presentation skills. It used to be that as a leader, you might be able to let your presentation skills slide. But in today's world, I would say that's impossible. Now our world is more visible than ever. With 24-hour news cycles, social media, and people always at the ready to capture something on their camera phones, leaders need to be comfortable and confident speaking to screens and large crowds. A leader needs to cast a vision by communicating ideas clearly and concisely. They need to leverage every aspect of communication to convey their messages, which includes the language they choose, their vocal delivery, and nonverbal cues, like their body language. And it's not enough for a leader's message to be heard. It has to inspire their audience enough so that they want to engage and ultimately act. A leader needs to motivate the team to do the work. If you want to practice your presentation skills, consider talking to yourself in the mirror. I know it sounds silly, but you are your hardest critic. And if you can get through a conversation with yourself in the mirror, you're doing pretty good. You can also record yourself and do your own critiques. There are also groups out there that specialize in public speaking, like a Toastmasters, which is there to help you practice your presentation skills. A group like this will provide extra support and feedback, which can be beneficial. Moving on to tip number 3, create urgency in a healthy way. A sense of urgency is critical to an organization's success. It creates speed to market, which can be a major business advantage. However, if every task, priority, and project becomes urgent, you can quickly create chaos, and your strategic play to leverage urgency will backfire. The author of Urgent put it best. The sweet spot of urgency is when it's neither acute, very strong, nor chronic, very long. He says, urgency is a useful tool, and without it, we would struggle to gain traction with important initiatives, deliver client work on time, or meet business obligations. Most senior managers use urgency as a lever to drive work forward. Urgency should be used in moderation, and when used appropriately, it'll help break inertia and move your team into action. Tip 4, let the people solve the problems. If someone comes to you with a problem, it's natural to want to find a solution and solve it for them. However, if you do the solving yourself, you're going to take away a learning experience, an opportunity for growth for that individual. The best leaders coach. Let's say an employee comes to you with a problem. Instead of problem solving for them, try asking open-ended questions to guide the individual to the answer themselves. There are a couple benefits to this. For one, it's helping the employee have their own thought process to find the solution. Learning is best done through experience. And by walking them through this question exercise, you're giving them an experience that has them practicing their own problem solving. Eventually, this will be able to become a skill they develop, and they'll be able to take on more of these types of problems without you, giving you more time and space to focus on more strategic areas of the business. This is delegating at its finest, but it takes effort and coaching to get your team members there. You can't expect these behaviors from them without giving them the proper training first. Alternatively, let's say you have some high-performing individuals on your team. Solving problems for them will be demotivating. A high performer is typically someone that thrives on solving problems. In this case, you want to create the runway for them to tackle these problems. And you can do that by empowering them to take on these problems. Encourage them and set up boundaries of where you expect to be looped in. Allow them to make decisions, but explain that you need to be informed of what decisions are being made. This helps you stay connected to some details that you might need to know as a leader and gives the high performer the freedom and desire to do their job. Tip 5, be human. To create a culture where people thrive and do their best work, people need to feel safe and cared for. Taking the time to get to know the team members from both a professional and personal level is important. That means the first 5 minutes of a meeting can be spent chatting about weekend plans or what's going on at home or long-term professional development. While in the moment it can feel like the immediate work in front of you is the most important thing at hand, these micro moments of connection will fuel deep trust and support project outcomes. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. If you like these tips, give the video a like, or better yet, subscribe to this channel so that you'll be notified when I share more leadership best practices and insights to help you show up with strength and confidence in the workplace.